Regional Secretary. Today we see obviously a demonstration, display of support for the President, and so what are you actually saying as the Youth League?
Well, we are saying as the Youth League that we believe in the values of democracy first and foremost, and we are willing to defend the democracy which was fought for by our forefathers with everything that we have. We believe that there is an evident plan by white monopoly and those who want the ANC out of power to try and undermine the values of this democracy. They want to remove the president of this country without going through legitimate means. The president was elected by the people of this republic in 2014 with over 62% of the vote. Now there are plans to try and remove him through civil protests and other things like that. Our message is want the president to know that he's not alone. We are with him. If there's a match of 2,000, we'll have a match of 4,000. If there's a match of 3,000, we'll have a match of 6,000. That's basically what we are saying as the Youth League. But beyond that, we are also saying we can't ignore the real issues. There are banks which have colluded together to try and downgrade this economy, and we are marching against ABSA in particular because as an institution it owes us a lot of money.
So what do you say as the Youth League to the public concerns that have stemmed based on the fact that the rand has been depreciating, has been affected, and the masses are concerned that the decisions that the president has been making lately, such as the reshuffling, are not good for the economy and therefore are affecting jobs, etc. So speak to the bottom line as the Youth League.
Well, basically we don't understand how the same government, same policies, same fiscal policies warrant a downgrade. We know very well that Moody's, that Standard & Poor have been fined in other countries, in particular Russia as well, for colluding with other governments to try and downgrade, and what they did to Russia when they downgraded the economy to junk status. We don't believe in them. We believe South Africa needs to exit these particular institutions and join progressive rating agencies. As the Youth League, we celebrate the move by BRICS to open up its own rating agency. We urge President Zuma, we urge South African government to leave these Western people who never want to see us prosper and join progressive forces who believe in South Africa, who want to see us flourish as a nation. We don't believe there's anything special about Pravin Gordhan. Unemployment has not risen since he left office. Employment has not risen either. There's been nothing really of any change. Well, we went enjoying life. By the way, while he was still Minister of Finance, we were still poor and unemployed. So we don't see what exactly he did for us that warrants him being celebrated. Yeah.
Is it possible, tell us about, is this radical transformation? You know, we know that there's been a lot of talk about radical transformation. So are the actions of the president currently part of radical transformation, or how are the masses meant to interpret what the president's action means or what it is?
Well, any president or any leader that runs an institution or a country needs to have people behind him who believe in him. It's evident that, for instance, Pravin did not believe in President Zuma. So if President Zuma speaks about radical economic transformation, he needs people who support him to implement it with him. If he presents radical economic transformation, we don't believe it's the firing of a minister. We believe it's just a start. Radical economic transformation for us as the Youth League means a return of the land. It means expropriation without compensation. It means a state bank. It means for us job opportunities through these nationalized resources. That's what it means for us. If President Zuma says to us, he promises us radical economic transformation, we believe this is a start. We believe the language he's speaking these days, lately in particular, is a progressive one, and we believe we will get radical economic transformation.
So is the economy still safe in the hands of the ANC, and is it safe in the hands of the current leadership, the new members of parliament?
The ANC represents the vast majority of people in this country. The ANC is a people's liberation movement. When you ask if it's safe in the hands of the ANC, the question is it safe in the hands of the people? And the answer there is quite simple. No, I want to clarify this because there are these misconceptions that the majority don't support the ANC. It's not true. In 2014, less than 3 years ago, we went to the ballot paper in May. 62% of the electorate voted for this President Zuma to lead this country till 2019. We understand where this so-called deviation or lack of support comes from. We believe the president is still legitimate. In Mangaung in 2012, as the ANC won 75% of our votes internally in the organization. These people who say they don't support President Zuma, they've never supported President Zuma. Nothing has changed. President Zuma is the president of the ANC until December. He'll be president of the Republic until 2019.
One asks in relation to the fact that there seems to be a deviation within the ANC. So if somebody is watching out there from the masses, they're wondering how safe are we? Which part of the ANC? What is happening? The uncertainty. It would be nice if it is further clarified by yourself. How safe should the masses feel? Those who have been supporting the president and who are currently thinking, where are we? What is happening? I'm hearing so many different voices. One voice finally to us and to the masses.
I think my views are captured correctly in the latest statement of the ANC, because the statement has channels that it uses to communicate with us. The National Working Committee has come out strongly and voiced its voice against those who want to go out and have individual views in the ANC. The ANC believes in a collective wisdom of an organization. The leadership has come out strongly this week to say it won't happen again. We will find leaders of the ANC singing from different points or different tunes. We are very clear as the African National Congress that we stand behind President Zuma. We believe in his leadership of the ANC until December. We believe must remain president of the Republic until 2019. The ANC is very clear, there is no contradiction. Kwede Mantashe has come out this week strongly and clarified those issues, even speaking about himself of how he went wrong and how they've corrected that as an ANC. So we apologize on behalf of our leaders, because they still remain our leaders. Mistakes will always happen in any revolution. We stand behind President Zuma, we stand behind the ANC. Thank you.
Thank you.